Syrian regime airstrike has killed at least 7 people in Hama province. They were killed as they tried to escape the fighting. Activists say the attack targeted a road that thousands had used to escape to Idlib. Rebels have captured several towns in northern Hama in the past 3 days. Well, John Brain is in Gaziantep on the Turkish-Syrian border and joins us now for more. Hello to you, John. So just tell us a little bit more, if you can, about these strikes in Hama.
Well, this follows this rebel offensive in Hama, which has been fairly quiet for the past year or so. It's been most of the area has been held by the government, apart from some towns in the north. But the rebels a few days ago started this push for these towns, took them with surprising ease, and are now moving southwards. Now, thousands of civilians are fleeing the fighting, and 7 have been killed in a regime airstrike. Now, the regime claims that it killed what it's describing as terrorists, but activists on the ground have told TRT World that these victims were in fact civilians. But it's another part of Syria that we're now seeing engulfed in yet more violence and chaos.
Now, John, just unpack this for us if you can. There's been lots of back and forth this week between the United States and Turkey over the YPG. Just give us some explanation as to exactly what's going on between the two NATO allies.
Well, basically, for most of this conflict, the US have backed the YPG fighters against Daesh. Of course, last week, Turkey entered the fray by backing the Syrian opposition as they retook Jarablus. Subsequently, there have been clashes between the YPG and opposition fighters, much to the dismay of the US and the rest of the international community. But let's look at this in closer detail. Washington considers the YPG a partner in the fight against Daesh, but Ankara sees the group as the Syrian branch of the PKK. Now, according to an agreement between Turkey and the US, the YPG is supposed to withdraw to positions east of the Euphrates River. Ankara has warned the YPG will be targeted if they don't withdraw. Now, the US says all parties should focus on fighting Daesh, not shooting each other. But the Turkish government says the US has equated a sovereign state with a terror group and calls that unacceptable. Well, the US state spokesman John Kirby denied that the US was treating the YPG in the same light as the Turkish state.
I'm not at all equating the YPG with the sovereign nation of Turkey, who, as you noted, is a full member of NATO and as a sovereign state, as a state, a member of the coalition. Obviously, that that is a significance that we certainly recognize. I was simply using terms and words to reflect the fact that we've got two sides here that were, as of a few days ago, actively shooting at one another instead of coordinating their activities and shooting at Daesh. That's all.
So reassurance from the United States towards Turkey, but it's clear that tensions remain between these two NATO allies as the mission in Operation Euphrates, as it's called, continues.
OK, well, John, for now in Gaziantep, thank you.